Live from the College of Journalism and Mass Communications on the University of Nebraska campus, you're watching Star City News live at 5.
Good evening, I'm Kayla Bremer.
And I'm Kelsey McGerr. Welcome to Star City News live at 5 on Channel 21.
Starting off tonight's news with some severe weather updates.
We are currently in a tornado watch. Let's take it to Star City meteorologist Ben Dorenbach for the details.
Thanks, Kelsey. Yes, we do in fact have a tornado watch for the capital city until 9 o'clock this evening. Fortunately, though, for the immediate concern of the capital city and surrounding areas, there are no thunderstorms threatening us right now. But as you can see out to our west, thunderstorms are starting to brew right now. And recently we did have a tornado warning and a confirmed tornado, or it wasn't confirmed yet, but there was a tornado spotted near the town of Stapleton in northern Lincoln County. If that is confirmed, that will be the first tornado ever recorded in Nebraska's history in the month of February. So we could have a potential record that we might break here. But in the meantime, in the capital city, everything is good to go. And Kelsey and Kayla, with that, I'm going to send it back to you.
For tonight's top story, the woman accused of burning down the Lincoln Public Schools district office appeared in court today.
Star City's Jessica Wenzl is live on the scene.
I'm standing in the parking lot where the old Lincoln Public Schools district office used to be. Former LPS employee Haron was charged with second-degree arson in the May 30th fire. This morning in court, Brewster entered her plea.
70 Lincoln firefighters responded, but they were unable to control the fire. 3 were injured while fighting the flames. The building was determined a total loss with damage exceeding $20 million, not including personal property loss.
Inspector Hilger and other members of the Bureau determined the fire to be arson. Inspector Hilger and Sergeant Larry Barksdale, Lincoln Police Department, began to look into the employees who worked in and around the cubicle where the fire started.
Investigators learned from phone records that Brewster had made several phone calls in the area of the LPS district office around the time of the fire, placing her at the scene.
On August 15, 2011, Ms. Brewster voluntarily came to the Lincoln Police Department to be interviewed by investigator Matt Franken. After giving conflicting statements, the defendant was read and waived Miranda rights and subsequently admitted to having started the fire at the LPS district office.
Brewster has made an agreement with the state of Nebraska to plead no contest. The state will not be seeking restitution.
Now, you're offering a plea of no contest. That's not an admission of guilt, but rather you're giving up your right to a trial and authorizing me to treat you as guilty. Do you understand that? Yes, I do.
Brewster is being charged with a Class 3 felony for arson. If incarcerated, it carries the possibility of 1 to 20 years in prison, a fine up to $25,000, or any combination of the two. Reporting for Star City News, I'm Jessica Wenzl.
Thanks, Jess. The judge will deliver the sentence on May 22nd. Occupy Lincoln protesters have been granted an extension. The city's deadline for them to leave the Centennial Mall area was Thursday, but after talks with the city council, the new deadline is May 1st. The occupants say they will meet with the city tomorrow to finalize the agreement. With a steady population growth of 1.5% a year, development in Lincoln is growing too. The north and south edges of 84th Street are currently expanding. A second Sam's Club is being built on the south end near Walmart, along with the city's first elementary school in the area. Cloughcorn Elementary will be located northwest of 98th on Pine Lake Road. On the north end of 84th, a hotel is being built next to the Lancaster Event Center and is scheduled to open in late spring.
Gas prices have reached an all-time high for the month of February. The U.S. Energy Information Administration released the latest gasoline price survey Tuesday, which shows the national average for a gallon of regular gas is $3.72. Prices have risen 13 cents in the past week due to the increasing price of crude oil, a result of tensions with Iran. Nebraska's current average is $3.
The program provides a positive relationship that can better a child's life forever. Be a big brother or a big sister today and be a positive role model that every child needs.
I really wish I had a pet.
When looking for a pet, make the Capital Humane Society your first stop. There are a variety of pets to choose from, such as rabbits, cats, dogs, and much more. Pets from the Capital Humane Society are spayed or neutered, receive treatment for fleas, ticks, or mites, receive needed vaccinations and tests to keep the animals healthy, and are microchipped. It's much cheaper to adopt, so go to the Capital Humane Society to find your next best friend.
Nebraskans for the Upgraded Treatment of Squirrels, or NUTS for short, is a group dedicated to protecting squirrels on the UNL campus. The group holds meetings to discuss the status of UNL squirrels and also host events such as squirrel watching tours. Squirrels are an important part of our campus, and this group hopes to bring awareness to issues that squirrels face. Look for postings around campus for the next NUTS meeting. And remember, don't try to run over squirrels with your car or bike.
More than 700,000 people in the United States have been trafficked. More than 2,000 people have been trafficked within Nebraska, including our city, Lincoln. Nebraska Family Council is fighting to stop this injustice. You can help also by educating yourself and others. For more information, visit nebfc.org. Nebraska Family Council, standing for justice and families since 1988.
There's some updates in the Nebraska Senate race.
Star City's Kristin Bauer has the latest.
Word spread quickly today that former Nebraska Governor and Senator Bob Kerrey may jump into the Senate race for this year. Earlier this month, he announced that he wouldn't run, citing family concerns as his reason. But his campaign manager says he's seriously reconsidering and reevaluating whether to be a candidate.
Pro-abortion, wanted tax dollars to pay for abortions, and he supported the public option to Obamacare, which was so liberal, not even Ben Nelson supported it. He's Big Apple Bob Kerrey, perfect for New York.
If you haven't seen this advertisement yet, you will, and many others like it. Political science professor Michael Wagner says if Bob Kerrey decides to run for Senate, it could cause a battle of unfriendly advertisements.
It means that the campaign is going to be extraordinarily negative. There'll be lots of negative advertising, both from Bob Kerrey, if he gets in the race, and from the Republican nominee, which is probably going to be John Bruning.
Wagner says Republican opponents will likely criticize Kerrey for leaving Nebraska in 2001. He says we may see more interest from Nebraska Democrats than we have with existing candidates.
If he runs, it'll make the Democratic Party more competitive in the state, as more people would be interested to turn out and support him than most Democratic candidates.
No matter what happens in the next few days, Wagner says it will be tough for a Democratic candidate to come out with a win. There's a stronger Republican presence in the state than there was in 2001 when Kerrey held his seat in the Senate, and in 1987 when he finished out his term as governor.
Bob Kerrey sure is keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, Kristin, when do you think we'll know for sure whether he is running or not?
It's hard to say when we'll know for sure, when we'll hear the news for sure, but the deadline is on Thursday, so it should be any day now.
Thank you, Kristin. It will be interesting to see what happens. Plans for the Plan B of the Keystone XL pipeline are underway as TransCanada offered a written confirmation to reapply for the presidential permit for the pipeline to go through Nebraska. The new outline has plans for an oil pipeline from Oklahoma to Texas after President Barack Obama blocked the larger pipeline from Canada. This will not require Obama's approval because it does not cross a U.S. border. The White House statement welcomed the standalone news, noting that this is the time when domestic oil production is at an 8-year high. The Arizona and Michigan Republican primaries are in progress today. In Arizona, there are 29 delegates up for grabs. Former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney is endorsed by the current Arizona Governor, Jan Brewer, and favored in Arizona. In Michigan, in the Michigan primary, Rick Santorum is hoping to score an upset win in the state where Romney was born.
A third student has died from wounds suffered in Monday's shooting at Chardon High School in Ohio. There were 3 students injured.
I heard one shot. I turned, I saw another one pointed towards the victim, and then I went under the table.
Authorities identified the gunman as 17-year-old sophomore TJ Lane. The suspect was scheduled to make an initial court appearance at 3:30 today, where he will be tried as an adult. Today, he will be tried as an adult. He's very distraught. This is a very scary circumstance that I don't think he could possibly have ever foreseen himself in the middle of.
The beginning of the month of February brought us a record-setting snowfall. The end of the month of February brought us rain. Will the beginning of March be in like a lamb or in like a lion? Rain or snow? I'll have your detailed forecast next.
News live at 5.
What does it mean to be environmental? Is it buying a hybrid car? Is it using recycled bags? Is it a bumper sticker? If you're looking to make a real difference, one of the best places to turn is your own backyard. Trees help keep our environment clean. Visit arborday.org to find out more information on planting trees in your community.
The Center for People in Need provides essential resources to people in our community through many programs. One is the Job Training Program. The Job Training Program prepares participants for careers in forklift operation, warehousing, print services, and more. The Center for People in Need is looking for employers in Lincoln to get involved with the Job Training Program. For more information, visit centerforpeopleinneed.org.
When severe weather strikes the Lincoln area, you can turn to Star City News with Kayla Bremer. With the latest technology, Kayla can keep you informed on current conditions and help you plan the rest of your week. Don't let the Nebraska weather catch you off guard. Turn to Star City News every Tuesday at 5 on Channel 21 for the coverage you need.
This regional art museum produces 6 to 8 exhibitions annually in its beautiful galleries. Frequent visitors enjoy viewing shows by contemporary artists, as well as sculptures and paintings from the permanent collection. The museum and research library are free and open to the public. The Great Plains Art Museum, located at 1155 Q Street.
And now, your upfront weather forecast with Kayla Bremer.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us, everyone, on this very crazy weather-filled Tuesday afternoon evening. Looking at outside the capital city right now through our tower cam on top of the journalism building, looking like to be a misty day, which it has been for the most part throughout the day. And for more information on that tornado near Stapleton that we talked about earlier, as I said before, if it is confirmed, it will be the first ever to be done so in the state of Nebraska in the month of February. We received further information that the tornado that was reported by a National Weather Service employee. We can't make it an official confirmation yet, but there's a very good possibility that it might become one. So history might have been made today on February 28, 2012 in the state of Nebraska. Taking a look now across the state, we do have that tornado watch box, as I said earlier, right through central and parts of eastern Nebraska, including the capital city, effective until 9 p.m. this evening. And now, taking a look at what's going on across the country, you see that low-pressure center located over northeastern Colorado, which is causing all of this ruckus throughout our area today. And when I say ruckus, I'm not exaggerating when I say that, because while we have a bunch of storms to the west of us that are causing some possible tornadoes, it is currently snowing in the city of Council Bluffs, Iowa. So we've got all of the above occurring in the weather world today across the state of Nebraska. Now, taking a look at current temperatures, we're sitting fairly comfortable across the state of Nebraska and to the south of us, in the 50s, 40s to the north of here, and upper 50s to the south of here. And as we go further into today's forecast, saw 51 degrees for our high temperature, cloudy with some intermittent showers, which could change as we go into tonight with some brisk south winds at 15 to 20 miles per hour. So moving to tonight, showers and thunderstorms, which could possibly be severe. We do have some new thunderstorms that are popping up just to the southwest of the area, just south of the Kansas-Nebraska border, just west of Concordia, Kansas. It will be a windy one with all that pressure gradient going on right now associated with this storm. Expect some southeast winds from 20 to 25 miles per hour with some gusts thrown in there too. But as we move into tomorrow, we're going to expect some 50-degree temperatures under mostly sunny skies, but we do have a wind advisory in addition to this tornado watch that will be effective tomorrow morning until tomorrow evening. Northwest winds, after that front moves through, will change directions, 25 to 35 miles per hour with some gusts approaching 40 miles per hour. So be cautious when driving on the interstate tomorrow if you have to do so. So as we move into your 7-day outlook, going to be breezy tomorrow. In fact, windy with that wind advisory. The rest of the week, Thursday, March, it looks like we'll be in like a lamb as we might hit 60 degrees on Thursday. But moving into Thursday night and into Friday, we could see some showers. And then moving into your weekend, going to turn a little bit back to normal, going into the 40s, and then going to warm up back again once we hit the beginning of your work week. That's your weather report, guys. It's been a crazy day out there today. I'm going to send it back to you guys.
You know, it's crazy to think we could already have tornadoes in February.
Quite frankly, saved my life. They have all shown me love, something I haven't seen much before.
Getting sober isn't just about me. I'm putting my family back together.
The bridge at Cornersker Place allows men to safely make the journey away from their addiction. Men who pass through the bridge come out the other side as stronger men, more prepared to live a sober life. Learn how you can support these fathers, brothers, and sons by visiting www.cornerskerplace.org.
We do this every Wednesday night from 9 to 11, bringing you the best in funk and soul, old and new. That was yet another request. That song was by Instant Funk, and it was called I'm Able to. Always your main man, Polar Bear.
I'm Dish Rag.
Good night.
And good funk.
These are the faces of Nebraska musicians without listeners. But Here Nebraska is here to help them by providing top-class multimedia journalism and resources for Nebraska's creative class. You too can help these starving artists by visiting herenebraska.org.
From the secondary in 2010, including 3 draft picks. Early speculation is that former safety Mike Minter might fill the position. It's been a season to forget for the Husker men's basketball team. Nebraska currently sits at the bottom of the Big Ten Conference with a 4-12 conference mark and a 12-15 overall record. The Huskers have lost 6 of their last 7 games, including a 62-34 blowout loss at Michigan State on Saturday. 4 seniors will play their final home game in a Nebraska uniform tomorrow night against Iowa, hoping to end their career at the Devaney Center with a win. The 4 seniors, Bo Spencer, Brandon Richardson, Caleb Walker, and Tony McGerr, have been big contributors to the program this year. The 4 of them have combined for 64% of the team's scoring this year. It hasn't been completely gloomy around the Husker basketball program. The women's team received some good news yesterday when all Big Ten teams were announced. Sophomore Jordan Hooper became the first Nebraska player to earn first-team All-Big Ten honors, while her teammates Lindsey Moore and Emily Cady received second-team and honorable mention honors, respectively. This marks the 9th consecutive year the Huskers have garnered multiple all-conference awards under head coach Connie Yorey. The 24th-ranked Huskers will take on Northwestern in the first round of the Big Ten tournament Thursday afternoon in Indianapolis. All-Star break. That's today's Star City Sports. I'm Ryan Mix. Back to you guys.
You know, Kayla, I love hearing about former Huskers.
Yes, a Northeast Rocket he was. And stay tuned for Star City's entertainment news after the break.
You're watching Star City News live at 5.
Looking for that heavy metal fix? 90.3 KRNU's specialty show Heresy will have what you are looking for. Heresy plays metal that's loud and proud. Anything from hardcore to heavy metal and black metal to death metal, Heresy will play it for you. If you want metal that's loud and proud, join Guff and Johnny for your heavy metal fix every Tuesday from 9 to midnight. It's Heresy on 90.3 KRNU.
For more information about becoming a volunteer, visit bbbs.org.
There's plenty of reality TV news as well as a wrap-up of the Oscars.
I can't wait. Here's the Star City's Matt Haron with the entertainment details.
Announced its contestants for next season. Host Brooke Burke and Tom Bergeron went on Good Morning America this morning to announce its new cast. Headlining the list are Packers wide receiver Donald Driver, R&B singer Gladys Knight, and singer and songwriter Gavin DeGraw, and actor Jaleel White, or who is better known as Steve Urkel. The show starts March 19th with the first pair of dancers being eliminated on the 27th. And it's down to the final two. Bachelor Ben and his three final suitors headed to Switzerland in last night's episode, where Ben was surprised by former contestant Casey B. She showed up at Ben's door to get closure from her elimination in last week's episode. Casey also warned him about the much publicly disliked contestant Courtney. But when it was all said and done, Ben gave roses to Courtney and Lindsay, eliminating Nikki. Next week, the women tell all with the finale on March 5th. The Voice coaches now have their teams complete. Last night's show was the last of the blind audition process. All four judges added at least 2 talents to complete their 12-person teams. Whitney Meyer started the show off in a big way, turning around every judge. She eventually chose to be on Adam Levine's team. Season 2 continues next Monday as Levine, Blake Shelton, and CeeLo Green and Christina Aguilera coach their new members. The teams will now compete in the battle rounds, which 2 contestants from the same team compete one-on-one. And now for your top 5 moments from Sunday's Oscars. Number 5. Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis' award presentation. The two put on a comedy routine when presenting Best Original Song. The 2 white tuxedo-clad gentlemen woke up the award show banging their cymbals. Zach had trouble introducing himself before the pair opened the envelope. Number 4. Did J-Lo pull a Janet Jackson and have a wardrobe malfunction? Some say she did, some say she didn't. But what we do know is that her low-cut dress showed quite a bit. The controversial moment happened when Lopez was on stage presenting an award with Cameron Diaz. Number 3 happened before the show even started. Ryan Seacrest was interviewing celebrities on the red carpet when Sacha Baron Cohen pulled up. He was dressed as General Aladdin from his upcoming movie The Dictator. Part of the way through the interview, Cohen spilled his urn of ashes all over Seacrest's tuxedo. Seacrest claims he did not know ahead of time about the prank, but says he was getting suspicious because the interview was going, quote, too normally. Coming in at number 2 in Omaha native, wins his 2nd Academy Award, Alexander Payne did not take the night's top honors, but took home the award for Best Adapted Screenplay. The movie The Descendant is Payne's 5th feature film. He also won an Oscar in 2005 for the movie Sideways in the same category. And at number 1, it's the leg everyone's talking about. The better half of Brangelina made quite the appearance Sunday night. Jolie showed off her right leg multiple times while on the red carpet and on stage. Many, including celebrities, have now taken the Angelina pose. And just like LeBron's elbow, Angelina's leg has its own Twitter account. That's what's going on in entertainment. For Star City News, I'm Matt Haron. Back to you guys.
You know, there really has been a lot of drama on this season of The Bachelor. That Courtney is really just not popular. I'm going for Lindsay myself.
I'm not really a fan. But coming up, Jeff Packer has your news on what is trending in the Twitter world.
The Center for People in Need provides essential resources to people in our community through many programs. One is the Job Training Program. The Job Training Program prepares participants for careers in forklift operation, warehousing, print services, and more. The Center for People in Need is looking for employers in Lincoln to get involved with the Job Training Program. For more information, visit centerforpeopleinneed.org.
And welcome back.
If you haven't logged on to Twitter just yet, Jeff Packer has what's coming up.
All over the board today, the site has been flooded with posts about pancakes. Pancakes. That's right, it's National Pancake Day, at least according to IHOP. The company has been giving out free pancakes at all locations for 6 years now, donating nearly $8 million to charities over that time. In exchange for a short stack, the company is hoping that customers can donate to, among other organizations, the Children's Miracle Network. A host of celebrities are trending as well. Dancing with the Stars has announced its final cast for 2012. Twitter is just losing it for those who will participate, including Gladys Knight, Gavin DeGraw, and my man, Donald Driver. Tweets about Apple's new iPad are all over the place, too. The company has announced it will unveil the newest version of the device March 7th in New York. It will be Apple's first big announcement since the passing of former CEO Steve Jobs. The iPad will be 4G and have some processing adjustments that offer some performance improvements. That's what's trending. For Star City News, I'm Jeff Backer.
Thanks, Jeff. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and find us on Facebook at Star City News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kayla Bremer.
And I'm Kelsey McGerr, saying good night, everyone.